Rekha. Now today I'm going to start the topic random variables and probability distribution. Before going to the random variable, we should know what is random experiment. Random experiment means an activity that yield some results are called random experiment. The random variable means the real number, that is the x associated with the outcome of a random experiment is nothing but a random variable. Definition: let X be a sample space associated with a random experiment with a real value function defined, and taking its value is called random variable. There are two types of random variable. The first one, discrete random variable. The second one is continuous random variable. First, we'll discuss about the discrete random variable. A discrete random variable is a variable which can only take a countable number of values. For example, if a coin is tossed 3 times, the number of heads can be obtained will be 0, 1, 2 or 3. The probability of each of these probabilities can be tabulated as shown. That is the sample space. The total outcome of a coin, if we toss a coin 3 times, the outcome R can be denoted by the sample space. The possible outcome are HHH, HHT, like HTT, so that etc. Totally 8 outcomes. The last outcome are written as TTT. We take what is an x. Here x is denote the number of heads. X is 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 means there is no head appearing when you toss a coin 3 times. 1 means the head appear 1 time. Means 2 means the two heads appear 2 times. 3 means head appear 3 times when you toss a coin 3 times. Okay. The probability of this, the head appearing, can be defined as 1 by 8. 1 by 8 means here x is equal to 0. Means p of x is 0 is 1 by 8. What is that? X is equal to 0 means there is no head appear. Here there is no head appear means the last outcome. In this last outcome only all the outcome are TTT means states. There is no head in this last outcome. So that is 1 divided by 8. 8 means 1 means number of favorable cases divided by total number of possible cases. There will be 8 outcomes. In that one case, the last case, there is no head appears. So that the possibility will be 1 by 8. The probability of x is equal to 0, there is no head appear, is 1 by 8. Next, x is equal to 1 means only head appear 1 time in this total outcome. It is p of x is equal to 3 by 8. Here, the third outcome is having only 1 head appear. The fourth is no. Next will be sixth outcome, only 1 head appear. Here, seventh outcome is also 1 head appear. Totally, there will be a 3 possibility. The number of favorable cases will be 3. Total number of possible cases is 8. Next, similarly, if n x is equal to 2, the probability of this x is equal to 2 will be 3 by 8 again. Then x is equal to 3 means again it will be 1 by 8. Next, coming to the point, continuous random variable. Continuous random variable is a variable where the data can take infinitely many values. For example, a random variable measuring the time taken for something to be done is continuous, since there are infinite number of possible times that can be taken. Example, temperature of a climate. Temperature of a climate cannot be recorded properly, and the age and the second example is age of a person are all considered as a continuous random variable. Now coming to the point, probability mass function. Probability mass function means the probability mass function is the probability distribution of a discrete random variable and provides the possible values and their associate probabilities, and it satisfy the two conditions. The probability mass function should satisfy the two conditions. The first condition is p of xi is greater than or equal to 0, and the summation of p of xi should be equal to 1, and always the probability value should be lies between 0 and 1. And the discrete probability function or probability mass function having a mean, the mean formula is given by denoted by mu, and it is given by summation of xi into p of xi. I will be taking the value 1 to n, and the variance can be denoted by sigma x square, and it can be defined as summation from I is equal to 1 to n xi square into p of xi minus mu square. Mu square is nothing but a mean. The problem show that the following properties, one satisfying the properties of a discrete random variable, DRV means discrete random variable, hence find its mean and variance. They will be given x is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, and the p of x is equal to 1 by 8, 3 by 8, 3 by 8, and 1 by 8. Here, let x be the random variable for the random values. Here, I can denote the x1 as a 10, x2 as a 20, x3 as a 30, x4 as a 40. And the p of xi will be p of 1, means this is p of 10, will be 1 by 8, p of 2, this is p of 20, will be 3 by 8, p of 3, again it is 3 by 8, and p of 4 is equal to 1 by 8. So we have to show that this table will be having satisfy the probability distribution. So it means probability distribution means it should satisfy the two conditions. Summation of p of xi should be equal to 1, and the p of xi should be always be greater than or equal to 0. The sum of this p of xi, if we add it, means p of 1 plus p of 2 plus p of 3 plus p of 4 in the sense will be having 1 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 1 by 8 is equal to 8 by 8. Hence, I can say that the given property can satisfy the discrete random variable property. Discrete random variable property. Now, for this also we need to find out the mean and variance. The mean of the discrete probability distribution is given by summation of I is equal to 1 to 4 xi into p of xi. So mean is nothing but xi into p of xi, x value 10, and the p of 10 will be 1 by 8 plus x2 is a 20 into p of 2 is 3 by 8 plus x3 is a 30 into p of 3 is 3 by 8 plus x4 is a 40 into p of 4 will be 1 by 8, which will be equal to 25. Mean is equal to 25. Next, sigma square. Sigma square represents the variance. Variance formula is given by summation over I is equal to 1 to 4. Why we are taken 1 to 4 means there will be 4 values of x. So that I will be taking 1 to 4. Xi square into p of xi minus mu square. Xi square means the first one x1 is a 10. 10 square into p of 1 plus 20 square into p of 2 plus 30 square into p of 3 plus 40 square into p of 4 minus mu square. My mu square value will be 25, 25 square, which gives 75. The variance is equal to 75. All of them we are knowing standard deviation is always be equal to square root of variance. The variance value is 75. Square root of 75 is 8.66. Now coming to the second question, finding the value of k such that the following distribution represent discrete probability distribution. Hence find the mean and standard deviation. Hence find mean comma standard deviation, and also p of x less than 1, p of x greater than 1, and p of minus 1 less than x less than equal to 2 for the given data. The given data having x values minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. The p of x's value will be k, 2k, 3k, 4k, 3k, 2k, k. So now there will be, let x can be taken as a random variable for this particular random variable values. Here, if you want, you can denote this as x1, x2, x3. This is x4. This will be x5, x6, and this will be the x7. This value will be p of 1, p of 2, p of 3, p of 4, p of 5, p of 6, p of 7. Totally, there will be 7 values. So similarly, p of minus 3 is a k, p of minus 2 will be 2k, p of minus 1 will be 3k, p of 0 will be 4k, p of 1 is equal to 3k, p of 2 is equal to 2k, and p of 3 is equal to k. So we are knowing summation of this p of x value should be always be equal to 1. The sum of the p of x value will be whatever the values are there in the p of x, add it and equal to 1. If I add everything in the sense, we'll get 16k. Therefore, k is equal to 1 by 16. Once we got the k value, we need to find out the mean and the variance as well as standard deviation. To find out the mean, we'll have a formula of mean will be summation of xi into p of xi. So we have to construct the table. The table value, write on the x values and the p of x value. Then to find out the mean, we have a formula summation of x into p of xi. So multiply the x into p of x And to find out the variance, we have a formula x square into p of xi. So summation of x square into p of xi, so that we need to consider the one more column, x square column. Later, x square into p of x column should be created. So we need to write all the x values, p of x values, and multiply the x into p of x. This is a px into p of x value. That is minus 3 into k will be minus 3k, minus 2 into 2k will be minus 4k, minus 1 into 3k will be minus 3k, 0 into 4k will be 0, 1 into 3k will be 3k, 2 into 2k will be 4k, 3 into k will be 3k. The sum of this value becomes 0. So similarly, square the x square, and the first column, square it all the first column value, will get this one. Later, multiply this x square column with the p of x column. So that is 9 into k, 9k, 4 into 2k, 8k, 1 into 3k will be 3k, 4k into 0 will be 0, 3k into 1 will be 3k, 2k into 4 will be 8k, k into 9 will be 9k. The sum of this x square into p of x will be become 40k. So we know the formula. Mean is equal to summation of xi into p of xi. Here what is xi into p of xi? Already we got 0. The mean value will be 0. The formula for the variance, that is sigma square, is defined as summation from I is equal to 1 to 7, because they will be given 7 values of x and 7 values of p of x value, which will be equal to xi square into p of xi minus mu square. The summation of this from the table, the summation of x square into p of x will be 40k minus mean square will be 0. 40 into k. So k values already we got it. K is 1 by 16. Substituting the k by 1 by 16. 40 by 16 is 2.5. The variance is 2.5. Therefore, the standard deviation is square root of 2.5, which is equal to 1.5811. Next, coming to p of x less than equal to 1, means from the table, the value which is less than equal to 1, we have to find out. P of x less than equal to 1 will be p of minus 3 plus p of minus 2 plus p of minus 1 plus p of 0 plus p of 1. From the table, p of minus 3 will be having k, p of minus 2 will be having 2k, p of minus 1 will be 3k, p of 0 will be 4k, p of 1 will be 3k. Adding all this, we'll have a 13k. Substituting the k value, we'll get p of x less than equal to 1 will be 0.8125. Next, p of x greater than 1. From the table, p of x greater than 1 will be p of 2 and p of 3. That is p of 2 plus p of 3. P of 2 will be having 2k. P of 3 will be having k. 2k plus k will be 3k. Substituting the k value, we'll have a 3 by 16. 3 by 16 is 0.1875. Then last one, p of minus 1 less than x less than equal to 2. Minus 1 less than x less than equal to 2 means x should be greater than minus 1 and less than equal to 2. Greater than minus 1 value will be p of 0, and up to 2 will be p of 0, p of 1, and equal to 2. Equal to 2 means you have to consider p of 2 also. That is p of 0 plus p of 1 plus p of 2. P of 0 is a 4k, p of 1 will be 3k, p of 2 will be 2k. Adding all these terms, we'll have a 9k. 9k is equal to 9 by 16. 9 by 16 is 0.5625. Similarly, we'll go for the one more column. Here, find the value of k such that the following distribution represent a discrete probability distribution. Hence, find the mean and standard deviation, comma p of x less than greater than equal to 5 and p of 3 less than x less than equal to 6. From the table, there will be x will be given around 7 values, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The p of x also given is k, 3k, 5k, 7k, 9k, 11k, 13k. To find the value of k, this table value will be what satisfying the discrete probability distribution. Discrete probability distribution means, all of you knowing, we are denoting the first value as a x1, second value as a x2, similar the last value as a x7. Similarly, the p of 0k, p of 1 3k, p of 2 5k, p of 3 7k, p of 4 9k, p of 5 11k, p of 6 will be 13k. To find out the value of k, The first condition should be P of x should be always greater than or equal to 0. All will be positive, so that it will be greater than 0 only. The second condition, we are knowing summation of P of x will always be equal to 1. So that we are adding all these values. So that is k to 13k. If I add everything, we'll have a 49k. Therefore, k is equal to 1 by 49. From the value, from the what condition we got, k will be 1 by 49. To find the mean and the standard deviation, we know the formula of the mean, that is summation of xi into p of xi, so that we have to construct the table. So writing all the x values from the data and the p of x values and x into p of x. Multiply the x column into p of x value, we'll get this values. Adding all these values of the x into p of x will have a 203k. And squaring the x square. To find out the variance, we need x square column as well as x square into p of x. Squaring all the x values, which will give 0, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. Later, multiply with the p of x column values. K into 0, 0. 3k into 1 will be 3k. 5k into 4 will be 20k. 7k into 9 will be 63k. 9k into 16 will be 144k. 11k into 25 will be 275k. 13k into 36 will be 468k. Sum of this last column values will give 973k. Now coming to the formula mean. Mean is always given by summation over xi into p of xi. The summation of xi into p of x will be from the table. We'll have a 203k. Substituting the k value, that is 1 by 49. 203 by 49 gives 4.1428. To find out the variance, that is sigma square, will be summation of xi square into p of xi minus mu square. From the table, xi square into p of x will have be having 973k minus mean value already we have found, it is 4.1428 square. So 973k, substituting k as a 1 by 49 minus 4.1428 square will be 17.1628. Simplifying this, we'll get a variance is 2.6943. Therefore, standard deviation is square root of variance, which is equal to 1.6414. Next, coming to p of x greater than or equal to 5. P of x greater than or equal to 5, from the table we'll have p of 5 and p of 6. Adding p of 5 and p of x, p of 5 will be having 11k, p of x will be having 13k, 11k plus 13k will be 24k, k value is 1 by 49, 24 by 49 is 0.4898. Then p of 3 less than x less than or equal to 6. Means it means x is greater than 3 less than or equal to 6, which will be equal to p of 4 plus p of 5 plus p of 6. P of 4 is 9k, p of 5 is 11k, p of 6 is 13k from the given data. Adding all these terms, we'll have 33k, k is a 1 by 49, 33 by 49 is equal to 0.6734. Thank you.